Can you put some goji berries in my Dropbox, please? Is this GoPro farm to table? NFL anywhere! You can watch the NFL anywhere, then why can't I watch it on the damn toilet, Linda? The only exercise I get is chasing those damn gypsies off my lawn. They're like, oh, trick or treat. Well, guess what? We already got tricked. It's called Pearl Harbor. Guess what? We already got tricked. It's called Pearl Harbor.
Drunk on life. I think you're a little too drunk.
Yeah, I got trapped in a corn maze. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm Native American. Caribbean queen. Caribbean queen. So I'm not a jack of all lanterns, okay? So I don't know how to commit murder with Loyola Davis, okay? So I'm not a graveyard smash, okay? Oh no, that's better. What I was gonna say something super racist. So yeah. You wanna hear a joke?
Sure.
What is black and white and red all over?
Newspaper.
Oh no, that's better. What I was gonna say something super racist. So yeah.
But wait, there's more. Hang on to your seat, baby, cause this one's a screamer.
Yes, because this one's a screamer, baby. Just wait, there's more. There's always more whenever we do these streams. All right, folks, welcome to another Drunk News Report. Excuse me, pardon me, Jesus Christ, you know how this goes. I normally burp. If I didn't burp at the beginning of a stream, then there would probably be something wrong. Because that's how this works. All right, folks, let's go ahead and do our intimate tropes. Then we'll say hello to our co-host, the stream Pervs. God damn it, I don't even know what to say anymore. Then we will do some intros, and then we'll say hello to the cinema chat, and we'll get into the meat and potatoes that I have planned for today. So here we blow, just like a sex worker on the street corner. I don't know. I don't know what's going on anymore when we do these things.
Some people without brains do an awful lot of talking, don't they?
Yes, I guess you're right.
War never changes, and we are the Galactic Penguin Federation, NASA's enforcers. We rain fire on our enemies and fight hand to hand across the galaxy. We are ever seen, yet we are never seen in our fight for liberty. We will kick down any door and fight any secret societies.
I knew it. She's a lizard person.
My name, Commander 401. And this is how we handle our problems.
You gotta step up and beat that bully with a stick.
Wait. Jesus Christ, Beavis and Butthead.
Jerry, come here, Jerry. Jerry, the spirits have spoken. Listen closely, for this is your final message. At 3:33 in the morning, you will die. They will come, and they will take you to the dark dimension. Your time has come. You will not be missed.
Okay, there we go. And then we'll play this one too, because I didn't get it right. Oh, son of a bee sting.
Yeah.
Oh my Jeebus. So there's everybody's intros. I think I know I didn't download it yet. Kitty Cat reminded me of that later for me to actually download it, or tomorrow or something. But anyways, how is everybody doing?
No problem.
Pretty fucking good. Yeah, pretty good. Slightly tired.
Everybody's meow. Meow. All right. Anyways. Meow. Yeah. Everybody's that exactly something. All right. So now that we have, let's get some. Well, let's do it this way. And yes. Okay. Let's do it that way. Son of a beast. Yeah. Everybody say hello to our Skitsmacrash. We have
Meow.
No, anyways, okay, so and we're gonna get into this in a second. So thank you very much, Skitsmacrasher, for the 5 gifted memberships. We're gonna get into that in a second, but here is their commercial. Ouch, that's gotta hurt.
Yes.
So, thank you very much for that. And Brainless, will you do what you do so well?
Wait, you want me to go sleep? That's something I do well.
No, I thought it was bending. I thought it was bending over. Never mind. No, tell us who
that
we
as well. That as well. Okay. So oh no, I gotta scroll up.
Oh dear.
Now scroll up.
That is a Amber, a wandering son of Akat, Drusilla, Sydney,
awesome,
and reader of motherfucking pain.
Yeah.
And then I'll just keep going because we also have our awesome Stop the Stupidity, Blossom Master, Charles Arnold, Steph McCallman, Scott Duke, and Jason Jacoby.
Yep, Jason Jacoby. Yep. Welcome everybody, all our new members.
And then we need to do another commercial video thing.
Well, now I have to do the membership and then stop and then this and then that. And we'll get there. I got it.
All the membership in one go.
Hey, I maybe goddamn motherfucking drunk, but I know how to do this because we've been doing this for how many years now? Jesus Christ, son of a bee sting. Anyway,
like you know anything. Like
I have not figured any of this stuff out, not at all. No, I didn't make any of these.
You've never done a live stream in your life. This is your first
time, especially. Just keep talking, Brandon. Say one more thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't.
That was so much fun.
Fuck you, you motherfucking cunt.
Not nice.
You the fuck up.
Although, to be fair, he should have known that was going to happen.
That setup was awesome.
Yeah,
and then you got me. God damn it, no, he got me. All right, and so so now
let me dog out. I'll be right back. 1 sec.
Yeah, of course, kitty cat. Anyway, so now let's do Stop the Stupidities commercial.
Attention, New Yorkers! Stop acting so stupid!
Stop acting so. There we go.
Oh, and I like my cartoon dog, by the way. He's fucking awesome.
That's very, very cute.
Oh yeah.
Who made that for you?
That's Stop.
I think Stop.
That's right.
They're in the process of making a comic book about us.
Wait. It's not a comic book. It's an adult novel. No, I'm just kidding.
What now?
Graphic novel.
It's a graphic novel. Yeah.
Why are you? What is this adult nonsense?
I know.
Hey,
It's just funny. It's just funny, the silly thingy mobobbers that they say. But no, we will have.
It's a graphic novel.
Graphic
So
novel.
let's say hello to the cinema chats. We already said hello to Stop the Stupidity.
Hey, Stop.
We haven't all the man.
Over the balls, Canadian Alderman.
Everybody, elbows up,
motherfuckers.
Elbows up. And we have a captive desk. Everybody.
Hail Bigfoot.
Yes, everybody hail Bigfoot.
Hi, Bigfoot.
That's what we do with Dave. Dave is the Bigfoot master, and he's our expert of big feats and the Sasquatches and the Yeti.
Yeah, he's got something with feet. He's got something with feet.
And
prove the existence like we have. So
and we're going to be going over that Thursday. So hopefully we can have our captive desk here to join in on the insanity. But everybody say hello to the Demon Orb. Yeah, I have like three. I have three documentaries to go through about Bigfoot that are new. So yeah, it's gonna be
the show before fucking Dave does. I tell you.
Yeah, well, I try to do it before he can get to the content, but you know how I am. But I usually can get to things that he hasn't covered or that's fun because it's
two different
silly
channels
and other things. Yeah.
And like there's a difference in audience anyway, so
yeah, and everybody say hello to Victoria.
Hey, Victoria.
Victoria.
Yes.
Hey, Jasper.
We have a Jasper.
Jasper.
Hey, Jasper.
Hi, Drusilla.
Yes, Drusilla.
Hey, Drusilla.
Yeah, in an erotic novel. That's exactly what Stop the Stupidity is doing, is making us into
No,
an
that's
erotic,
not what Stoppy is doing.
No, he's totally doing that. Please
No,
tell
he's
me. No,
not.
I know.
Is he? I mean, I don't know.
No. It's gonna be normal. Don't worry
I
about
mean,
it,
if
kitty
that's
cat.
the case, why do I have a sword?
And why are you not naked? But anyways, we'll talk about that later. No, this is just a regular thingy. Like, Stop the Stupidity is awesome. They're gonna make a fun, cool thing for us.
Motherfucking awesome.
I've noticed that my character, my dog robot character, hasn't got a dingaling, so fuck that.
Stoppy.
Why would you need one if you're mechanical?
You're a robot.
It's
retractable.
Novel, and then I want a dingaling.
Well, hey, just think about it this way. It's
It's
detachable. Well, just think about it. It's detachable like mine. It's like mine, detachable. So, anyways, let's crack on.
There's a song about it. It'll be fine.
I want to know where I charge up though. Where my port is, my charging port.
That's what she said last night. Anyways, let's crack on. Let's crack on before we get further distracted. Even though let's get into a direction. God damn it. Anyways,
the Savvy is fucking amazing.
What?
The Savvy image.
yeah.
I haven't had a mohawk in about 4 years, but that's still pretty rad.
Well, he made a new one that I haven't shown you yet, just because I've been the in betweens. So, Brainless, can you do that really quick?
I don't know if I have the
I probably only have it. No, it's okay. No, I have it. It's okay. Let me do it this way.
What way?
To show it. I just have to show it this. I'm the only one that can. The
one that I have, is fucking amazing.
Right.
So, can y'all see that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that one's also cool.
Way cool.
So, the thingy that Stupidity said is the AI is not letting it be the other-handed.
That's okay.
So, at this point in time,
I just like the longer hair. That's great.
Sure.
Mane of mohawk. Yes.
Yeah, and so what? You didn't see it?
What the hell?
Well, then just rewind.
Anyways, let's crack on because I want to get to the thingies of the mobobber. So let's crack on. If you've not voted in the poll, please vote in the beeping poll. So let's go ahead and I let me just double check if I want to go in this order. Yeah, we're gonna technically do this order. So,
kids, why would you want to do that? There's no reason for that. We got everything in order, and we're calm and collect.
No, I would love a Ritalin. I would love one of those right now. Yeah, thank you very much. I would love one right now.
Never had it.
Help me focus.
I'm confuzzled right now because
I'm unmedicated, so that would be nice.
Yeah, and there's 15 things going on in our life right now. So, that would be great to just calm down a tiny bit. But anyways, let's crack on now that I don't have one of those. And thanks for reminding me. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, let's start with this, and then we'll get to that, and then we'll get into fun stuff. We're going to talk about not fun things for just a millisecond, and then we'll get into fun things. But I feel like there's a couple things that we do. Yeah, I know. And I know. Oh my God.
I know it's inevitable. You can't avoid it.
I had a friend.
You know to avoid it.
I had a friend, regular Dave. He was like 6'7", and him and I like hung out all the time. Like he was one of like we were almost like attached to the hip. And literally, that's every time I fucked up, he was like, "You're killing me, Smalls," and it was fucking hilarious. This large dude is calling me Smalls, and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm totally Smalls that way," and I'm slamming. Never mind, but it was fucking hilarious. Like I heard that all the time when I was in my 20s. But let's crack on with this.
Now you get to hear it again. You're welcome.
No, thank you very much. That's why it's so much fun to have you around.
It's hardwired in my brain, so it's sorry, that's not going away.
I'll show you some hard. Never mind.
Karen, the Congressional Budget Office projects this bill will add more than $2 trillion to the deficit. Now, a top White House official says the bill won't increase the deficit. How are they explaining that?
No, but it's gonna be $2 trillion. But let's pretend that it's not happening.
They're saying essentially that
they're
the
proving
math
again that they don't know math.
Is he going to magic the money up?
See, remember, kids. Meth does not equal math. Because you do meth does not mean that when you pretend that you're writing things down, they actually are equating to anything. I experienced that most of my life until I got off of it and went, "Oh, that's where I was fucking up. Yeah, okay, I understand where I was wrong." Like, I literally was a flat earther for, like, not really, but I was, like, I was one of those conspiracy theorists when I was on meth, when I was in my early 20s. I was like, the government's trying to watch over me and every little fucking light in my window, even though it's like facing like a building and not that's the government. And like I was almost
I already
there.
know who you were. I already know who you were. You were the meth that called.
Yeah. And then I got off of it.
Harder than the Cyborg anyway.
Well, then I got off of it, and then I was like, "Oh yeah, all of the science and blah blah." You know what I'm saying? I was like, "Okay, reality," And then I came back down to this earth.
math is incorrect. They just disagree with the analysis from the CBO. We don't have a new reaction to the numbers that Jay just got into there, that new projection from the CBO. But yesterday,
$2 trillion in deficit is what we're going to get. We don't need to hear any more of this because I want to get to this thing really quick. It is Pride Month. Happy Pride Month, everybody. Woo! Yay!
Happy fucking Pride Month, bitch!
Yes. Yes, it's great for recognition, and we need to be more out putting and saying and blah, 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 and things. And that's why we propagate this. And because if there's a culture that doesn't have this out in the open, then that's where Germany went wrong back in the, I guess,
back in the day,
30s,
mid to late 30s.
I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna say anything
mid to late
past
30s,
that.
I believe.
But we're just gonna go over this really quick.
I'm not mistaken.
And then later in the month, when there's more of the prides that have gone on, then we'll go over the things that have happened around, and then we'll go over the history, and then also the laws that have been changing, and if anybody wants information on different medical things or anything, or safe places to go and blah blah blah, we'll go over that, because that's what we're doing, is we're trying to be a teaching thing. That's mainly why I started this dumb bullshit, even though it's not that, but it is to give out information. Just like if you look down, there's the abortion stuff still down at the bottom. I don't know if all of those are still live. I believe they are. I wish Manga was here to double check, but it doesn't matter. We're here for education. And
the Mango list? I don't know. I got it somewhere. Not today. I'll post it.
Well, no, but I have it in the description. I have the pill.
Oh, you put it this description.
It's been there for years. Yeah. But anyways, let's crack on. Ever since Roe v. Wade got flipped, we've had that in the description.
A massive Pride event is about to take place in Washington, D.C., down the street from a White House that is the most hostile to the LGBTQ plus community we've ever seen. Here are just a few ways the Trump administration has stripped back LGBTQ rights. In his first hours in office, Trump ended federal recognition of transgender or non-binary identities. In Congress, lawmakers are policing their own.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed this up a little bit because homie talks a little slow. And if it gets too fast, just let me know and I'll slow it down just like always.
Bathrooms against transgender individuals and routinely misgender colleagues. The Supreme Court recently held that the Pentagon could bar some service members based on their trans identity. The White House says it will not issue a proclamation that June is Pride Month or host any events. Federal agencies are scrubbing any mention of affinity events from their organizations as well. All the while, the Kennedy Center, which Trump took over and appointed his loyalists to handle programming, canceled all of its contracts for Pride events. The political realities have had financial implications for the event. Corporate sponsors, including Booz Allen Hamilton, Deloitte, and Comcast, have pulled out for fear of treating.
Jesus Christ, why the hell? Anyways, everybody say hello to Billy Boy Blue, and then
hey,
sorry, what?
I'm Billy Boy.
Sorry, what did you say? I'm sorry, there.
You paused the video mid-sentence.
Okay, so I'll go back. I went back.
Fear of what? That was the question.
In fear of these straight people being scared of for nothing for no reason. That's the problem with this dumb beeping stuff.
Allen Hamilton, Deloitte, and Comcast have pulled out for
just like what they did in what was it, San Francisco, Seattle? No, it was New York, right? It was in New York where they let the fucking white supremacists fucking do their thing in fucking the gayest community in the area. And of course, the police only arrested all the people that were allies. And jeez, anyways, let's keep cracking on. I want to get to the fun stuff as soon as possible.
They're triggering retaliation from the White House. But this year, several countries, including Denmark, Germany, and Ireland, have also issued travel advisories warning trans and non-binary individuals that a trip to the U.S. might be risky. Those who do come can expect performances from Jennifer Lopez and Troye Sivan, but it's going to have a much different feel than when this was first announced. But Washington, D.C., which has the largest concentration of LGBTQ people in the country, is bound to find ways to celebrate, regardless of who is in the White House.
And it's all about
fucking celebrate
and promoting and to not over put ourselves out there, but to just, this is, I don't know any other way for us to do this.
I think it would be amazing if the U.S. government actively arrested a couple of people or whatever. That'll show the rest of the world this is fucking serious.
The only problem is they're gonna do that. They're gonna do that without telling people that. Unfortunately,
it'll come out. It'll come out.
I hope so. No, I hope so. I hope so. But that's a lot of what is happening
in this day and age. You cannot hide that shit anymore.
I know. I know.
They're in charge. They need to, carpe diem, seize the day, and get out there and fuck them.
It is.
No, don't fuck them. But
don't.
They probably like.
Anyways, let's crack on.
Don't make it a protest or violence.
Go ahead, Alec.
Yeah,
good to see you.
Good to see you. Congresswoman Mary Miller suggested that changing Pride Month to Family Month. I would personally like to see maybe a nuclear family month. Some people are saying.
Okay, we're gonna do this at normal speed because this is insane.
To Nazi month. They want a Nazi month. What?
Yeah.
Pretty much. I mean,
good to see you.
Good to see you. Congresswoman Mary Miller suggested that changing Pride Month to Family Month. I would personally like to see maybe a nuclear family month. Some people are saying, let's get a Veterans Month. Does the president have any plans on making a proclamation, or is it just
on that?
You want to take everything away?
There's an everybody else's thing already, dumbass.
Just anything.
Every special
get rid of what they're scared of. Fucking losers.
Let's
make masculinity. That's what it's called.
A friend of mine. Listen to me. A friend of mine said in her live stream to people, "Have you ever seen a trans person? Have you ever seen one?" No, because they don't want to be seen, and they are not even on dating sites because they don't want to get murdered.
Well, yeah, I know, and exactly. People in public Yeah, you can walk by everybody and walk by and you don't know. Like, look at Major Green Twat. She looks like a Neanderthal. If she walked by me on the street, I'd be like, she's transgender. You know what I'm saying? Like, she looks way more masculine as a person who's wearing a dress than like most of my friends that have transitioned. Like, no, but most people have no idea, or they don't even ever see it. Just like the other day, somebody was like, the Muslim blah 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 is coming in and da da, and it's like, when has Sharia law ever been placed in your life? Well, that's not the point. No,
That's
that is
not
the point,
going to
dumbass.
be.
That's what I'm saying. It's just like somebody being just like somebody being non-binary, trans, da da da, whatever. It doesn't matter. When you're in the bathroom, you know what people do in the bathroom? They just fucking take a piss and shit, and that's all they can do most of the time.
Piss in your shut neck, Joel.
Unless we're talking about 2 a.m. in a bathroom that is in a public space, there are certain places where there are things that happen. But if you don't want to go and have that happen, then you don't go do that. Like, there's no reason for you to be out at 2 a.m. at this public bathroom at this certain fucking hangout. Let's put it that way. Because it's not even just this, that, or this or that. There literally is just like, there are certain sex spots that are
Remember
public.
where it went?
Yeah, like, yeah, exactly.
There were certain things you had to do to solicit it, because if someone does those things and then there's someone who's not soliciting it, then legal trouble.
Yeah, and remember, folks, if you have your friend take video of you having sex with a prostitute, it's legal. Anyways, let's crack on with this nonsense.
Hey there, folks. Hope you're doing well today. You know, it's interesting to see the Trump administration's and Project 2025's idea of what America should be come to life. For example, we could look to Texas, who recently just banned THC, as well as put a 1-month jail term associated with the use of marijuana.
What the fuck?
But not only that, they're going back to some of these 1950s scare tactics where they're saying, hey, if you eat a
Just listen to what this fucking cunt whistle says next. And this is why we're using this instead of me just
for
playing.
madness was so ridiculous.
Yeah, and that's
It was
exactly
almost
similar.
funny.
Well, no, that's why we're watching this. Just waiting to, if you, obviously you haven't heard what we're about to hear, because what you're going to hear next, it literally, if you were to put this into a fantasy movie, film, TV show, or anything, when you wrote this down in a script, you would say, this is too unbelievable. No, we can't do this. You can't make this not this. And literally, this is fucking reality now. What the are we going? Oh my Jesus. What is and what's great is I believe we're going to talk to the veteran who rebuts this dumb cunt. But let's crack on before I just have a heart attack.
A bag of edibles, you might not wake up tomorrow. I mean, here, take a look at this press conference.
When is anybody when is anybody accidentally or on purpose eaten a bag of edibles and not woken up in the morning? Never. Have people done that? And you don't die. Humans don't die from eating too much THC.
Yeah, you hold the top.
You can't
when you're
overdose
high
on weed.
and you say, I think I'm dead. You call the cops and you say, I think I'm dead because time to stop. But you don't die from it.
Yeah, that was like 4 years ago, or 6 years ago, that the police officer that took the edibles off of somebody brought him home, and him and his wife did them, and they called the police and they said, I think we're dead. Homie, how the fuck are you talking to somebody if you're anyways? It's redonkulous. So, anyways, let's crack on more with this idiocracy.
But you have grown adults who are using these products too. Is there a way to do this where grown adults could still have access to these products?
We don't want adults having this either. What are you, crazy?
He literally thinks that these are made for children only.
Yeah, and that's also supposedly... Go ahead. I really don't get it. Like, they are so great. They think the founding fathers are just so fucking great. Then why not use what they used?
And it was.
The founding fathers were highest height
filled with that shit.
And what happened to mind your own business?
Well, and that's what's even fucking crazier about the like libertarians and shit. They're like, let me do what I want. Don't step on me. That's why there's the fucking rattlesnake and their fucking flag and ball. And then like as soon as you're like, oh, let people smoke weed, and they're like, no, and you're like, wait, didn't your cunt ass just say that you want to have as many guns as possible and you want to make a fucking a barricade in your fucking backyard and you want to put landmines and shit, but you don't want adults to smoke weed? Like, even at that point, you don't want adults to like do like medical drugs? Like, are you ketamine me at that point in time? Like,
I don't do it, but I'm not against other people doing it. There's a lot worse stuff you could do besides Mary Jane. And I don't do it because of my job.
Yeah.
I could tell you one thing that's more dangerous than weed.
Alcohol. Yeah. No, totally.
Alcohol is more dangerous than weed.
Yeah. If you're an alcoholic and you try to come off of it, you can literally die. Like, and then look at fucking what's his name,
Slim.
Shani's,
No.
Rev.
I can tell you one little thing that is quite clear, that alcohol is more dangerous. You can overdose on alcohol, not on weed.
Yeah. Well, and not just that, but like what happened to Rev?
He got wet brain.
He got wet brain because Shani fucking didn't let him go through the process that he needed to go through to decompress himself.
Detox.
Yes. Detox himself because he was so that far gone. Wasn't it like anyway, it doesn't matter. But no, she literally wet brained him.
You need to drink a lot too. Simple as that.
Well, but look at how
you'd be drinking in 24/7.
Yeah, but she's the size of the Atlantic Ocean, so it doesn't matter how much she drinks. It's just gonna like flood into the. Never mind. Let's try her gray vagina. All right, I'll stop there and let's crack on. All right, let's crack on.
Crazy? You want to go home and eat a bag of this tonight? See if you're here tomorrow.
Yeah, no, give it to me, homie. Every single time, give that to me. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Every single time, give that to me. I'll eat it every single time. I'll share it with my friends, or I'll eat it to my own. And every single one of my friends, I'll invite 12 people over. I'll invite a whole bunch of people over. All of us will eat one of those by ourselves. Guess what's going to happen? We're all going to wake up in the morning. There is very, very rare cases that people have digestional, heart, liver, and other failures because of this. Yes, maybe every once in a while with somebody's like maybe like heart condition cause it to go into a
you gotta have other things going on before that'll drag ahead of bullshit, Kelly.
That's what I'm saying. It's like preconditions. It's only you go ahead.
If someone has a heart condition and he takes weed and he dies, this is because his heart condition, not because of the weed.
Well, it's just like the fucking idiots with the fucking COVID bullshit. Fucking somebody had COVID and then they had the heart condition that caused their heart to explode. What was the thing that happened? It was actually probably the heart condition, which was exacerbated because of literally it would eventually happen, like unless you would have gotten it fixed. So what is it? It's this or that. But again, nobody's gonna die off of eating edibles. Like literally, like dude, I have eaten stupid amounts of edibles. The only thing that's gonna happen is you're gonna pass out like hella fast, and then wake up 8 hours later and go, "Oh my Jeebus Christ, I should not have ate all those edibles." That's the only thing that happens. Well, I'm seasoned, and anyways, let's crack on.
This is what we focus on, kids.
Are you kidding me?
Because that's where they built the shops. But adults are buying this stuff too. Make no mistake.
There's only adults buying it. But there's only adults buying it.
The only ones buying it.
He literally is like, "Oh my
They
god,
don't
if you
sell
go
it
to
to
the
kids."
He's like,
Does he actually think it's for kids?
Yeah, no, he's
Is he,
literally like,
is he
yeah,
really
that's
that
what-
fucking stupid?
I guess I don't know, but he literally, that's what his stance was. Is this is marketed to kids? Does this labeling look anything like it's marketed for kids? What part of this makes it look like it's marketed for kids?
And they don't sell it to kids.
It looks like it's marketed for a person who wants to buy something that look like crackers that have THC in them. Dumbass. There's not little fucking shapes. It doesn't say cute little phrases. It's no, it's only adults buying this, you dumb cunt. What the are we talking about anymore?
And they don't sell it to kids even if the kids want it.
Brainers, do you know the story of Angela Groothuizen and her space cake that her mother and her friends ate, and that they were laughing so hard, and they had not the most fun they ever had after the space cake. The singer in the Netherlands. Told that story on the radio.
Yeah. Okay. So, anyways, let's track on to the next thing because we're going to get to fun things. If you've not voted in the poll, go ahead and vote in the poll, please, because we've got some silly things to go over first. And let's go over.
Yeah, go for what? Oh, yeah. And
Let's
if you're
go
in the
over-
side chat, if you don't vote what I voted, you're not a perv.
You perverts. God damn it. No.
Yeah, everyone knows
Let's see.
Fucking snake. Fucking blow up.
Let's go over this really quick, and then we'll go over some of this stuff because it is very interesting. So here we go.
Or whatever.
So they're
There's no
making
audio?
food that is going to be. Here we go. Oh yeah, well none of us.
Oh,
are gonna
yeah,
understand.
yeah.
No, they're making space. They're making, except for you. You're the only one. They're making space food.
Space food.
Dehydrated stuff.
And it's
We're gonna go.
Isn't
We're gonna go
THC
over this.
That's space food, isn't it?
That's what she says. That's completely different than food that people are gonna eat in space. You fucking weirdo. Anyways, did we go over activists pouring red food coloring in the? Yeah, we did that. We did that. And now that I say that out loud, I believe. It doesn't look like we watched this yet, and I know the next theme of Bubber we
Today it's all about fighting robots, quite literally. So the China Media Group.
And this is look at how cute this is because they.
Amazing.
Yeah, and look at how cute it is when the next thing happens.
The World Robot Contest, actually, look at them.
There are pictures. I love it.
This tickling contest in Hangzhou there on Sunday night. Fantastic pictures there. It was billed as the first ever humanoid robot fighting tournament. I wonder if Dana White's watching
lead with this?
This should be our top story.
Okay, show them falling over. Come on. That's what I want to see.
Oh my goodness. Featuring contests that show off some and here's the thing, right? So I already seen this and I can't stop laughing. This is Yvonne's first time to actually see it because I was here on Friday. Look at how calm those humans look behind.
Okay, so that's that. Now let's get into. Go ahead and say that one more time.
Who won?
Okay. What?
Who won? Just asking who won.
There was like 4 different fights that we watched. So I don't know. We just watched the clips of it because it doesn't matter. Although I thought we were gonna see more of them falling over, but fuck it. That's what she said last night. Anyways, now let's get into this. And I didn't know where to put this, although I feel like we should have done this for probably exactly. We probably should have done this for Crazy Shite and made it its own thing. But we're gonna watch part of this, then we'll get into the actual meat and potatoes of what we're going through. But I thought this was a lot of fun, and now that we have Savvy here, Kitty Cat, this is going to be a lot of fun.
I want to watch more Rock and Sock Robots.
Yeah, right. Me too. I like that.
Oh well, you don't. Okay, well, once we start watching this, y'all are gonna want to watch this for a second. Then we will get into more of the robot stuff.
This
okay?
came along. A remote village in central India. A traveling guru is weaving his magic.
What? That's what?
He's got a false beard. What's a false beard for?
Everything's false. Hold on.
I think this is one of the guys who runs around exposing all the tricks. He does them and then he shows how they're done.
Yes, and go ahead, Kitty. Yeah. Yes, so here we blow. Here, so what this is going to do is what we do is this. So obviously there's a person who there is a enclosed thing with wood on top. What's underneath? Who knows? But this gentleman, right before he does the spell, is pouring a mysterious liquid over it. And it's actually
like the liquid that lady was drinking that she thought was milk. Oh,
yeah, no, it totally no. And if you notice, before this, he put a thing that was just a cap size of liquid on there. So there's 2 different thingies of the mabobbers. I have 2 different explanations maybe for this. And so see the cap full first, and then now he's pouring another liquid. I have an explanation. So there, either it is that they had put hot coals there the night before and kept them stoked, and there's still coals under there, and they put like a weird ignitant there. But because they're using 2 different things, I want to say there's a chemical reaction that they're doing that once those mix together. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of fingering, but I'm not 100% sure how this is done. But
no, because if there's hot coals, people will figure that out. But like if you use there's so many people that will not understand that there are certain liquids that if you combine them, they will combust.
Especially clear liquid. If they were to come over that something that looks like kerosene or gasoline or something, then everybody would have been like, "Oh yeah, we know what's going on."
Some sort of oxidizer.
Yeah, but if
just
you're
like
just
petrochemical fuel and oxidizer.
Yeah, well, again, yeah, and so like
no, but like there's already oxygen, but certain if you mix certain chemicals, like they will explode.
They will
like hydrogen peroxide,
like
sulfuric acid or hydrogen peroxide.
So okay, well, hold on. So let's just watch.
Even if you use sulfuric acid and you add water, you know how fucking hot that shit gets? Like if you do that on wood or something, the wood will burn.
And we don't know what's under the wood. And so that's another thing. There could be 3 to 4 different things happening to make this. Anyways, let's crack on. Let's watch. And again, this gentleman, now we're gonna say it, he is faking these things, and he shows these villages how to not give all their money to fake profits. That's what is going on right now.
A fire starts spontaneously, apparently sparked by the guru's awesome powers.
No, he just knows eventually it will start the fire because of the things that they put into place. And again, he will tell them all.
The villagers are spellbound. Little do they know, the only genuine thing about this guru is his wicked grin.
What the fuck?
He's awesome. Watch him.
Expression I thought he was flirting with me.
So this is what he looks like originally. Then he puts on all of the things and stuffs, and he goes around and he just debunks all of these people, and he just goes to these different places, and he just tells them, like, no, don't give all of your money. So they're guru busters. So everybody go and look them up. They just go around India and just, hey, don't give your money. Like, it's cool. Like, all of these things are fun. And that's exactly like when we do circuses, sideshows, carnivals, and all the other things. I'm not trying to take your mortgage. I would love to take your house, but I'm not going to do it to do that. You know what I'm saying?
So not take it. They can give it to us.
Yeah, no, if you want to, but I'm not. My goal is to just take, like what we say is,
let me entertain you.
Well, yeah, no, we entertain you for sure, but you come to an event with a certain amount of money in your pocket, you're most likely going to leave with none of that in your pocket. Why shouldn't it go to me first? Right? Like, that's part of my job. That's part of my job is to entertain you enough to get you to tip me enough. That's why getting stapled is so fucking amazing, because people will pull up the $20 bill and staple it to me.
Yeah, no, but you get something in return. You get something in return. So I completely get.
Hey, don't forget about the bugs.
Yeah. And
oh yeah. Speaking of 20 bucks, there's also bugs.
Yes, if somebody wants to pay $20, or if we get a collective amount of $20, I'll eat a bug. We've done this before. I think most of you know.
Yeah.
I think I have cicadas. I have grasshoppers. I have.
And there is today. There is a reason.
Scorpions are gone. All the scorpions are
there's
gone.
There's a reason why he's whoring himself out today.
And that's true. Savvy Kitty Cat needs work on her car. So if anybody wants to help,
Pretty sure it's the ball bearing on my front right wheel. It's about to go out, so it's real scary.
So
can't you just 3D print one?
No, unfortunately not.
So, anyways, if anybody wants to help out, $20, I'll eat a bug. If you donate, something will happen. I can't stand up anymore. I think we're on our almost. Well, I think all my strikes are gone. Actually, I can stand up. Anyways, we'll talk about that later. All right, so I've gotten a couple strikes on YouTube and stuff for things and stuff. Although not for nudity, but we have had to deal with YouTube. Let's put it that way.
Oh.
So, if you've not voted in the poll, vote in the poll, and we'll do that as soon as possible. But I want to do this first, which is
just what?
That
Earth's rotation is slowing down, and it might explain why we have oxygen. Oh my Jeebus Christ, I was so hoping that goddamn it was fucking on the screen, because I didn't double check. It would have been so funny if I did that once again. Anyways, ever since the formation of the Earth 4 billion years ago, not 6,000 years ago, you fucking weird ass creationists, Earth's rotation has been gradually slowing down. And so, because of the oxidation of the Earth's atmosphere, so I've skipped down because I'm just gonna get into the meat and potatoes of this. And there is a video, so you don't need to hear my punk ass talking about this anymore. But I'm gonna say
that makes sense. It makes sense that it would slow down because gravity would slow it down, but it's gonna take fucking billions of years to stop.
Everything will slow down.
I mean, with all of the idiocracy that's here and all the fat fucking Americans, yeah, of course we're gonna slow down because
Hey, don't you fucking call me American, okay?
I didn't say that. Yeah, I mean, you're not. I don't think. Anyways, we'll talk about that later. You're not
fat.
You're not 600 pounds like on that goddamn television show. Anyways. So specifically, the blue-green algae, and I'm not even gonna try to say that goddamn word. Although I'll say it. Fuck it. Cyanobacteria.
You know what cyanobacteria?
I'll show you some cyan. Never mind. We'll talk about that later. Anyways, emerged from the peripheralated, I said that in about 2.4 billion years ago. Would have been produced to be able to produce oxygen as a metabolic byproduct because Earth's days grew longer. Okay, so let's let them tell us more stuff and things than me. Oh, that proves the flat earth. God damn it. Okay, we're done. Now we're done. We can't.
What?
Just kidding. No, it's a joke. I'm just kidding. No, it does not.
Like hear anything.
Right?
See, things like this are
Yeah,
the proof.
is there audio with that?
Yeah.
Wait, this is not playing the audio?
No, that's what we all just said, is none of us are hearing the audio.
Oh, god damn it, son of a bee sting. Okay, hold on. I'm sorry.
Now I can tell you that as the moon has flew away, when the moon first landed, we had I think it was 8-hour days or 6-hour days or something like that. I've been spinning real fast. As the moon flew away, the earth spin slowed down.
No.
You broke up a little bit, but I think we got the gist of what you said. But here we go. Okay. Tell me if you don't hear it now.
With every passing.
Yeah, now we hear it.
Oh,
yeah,
we heard
we hear it.
Okay. Yeah. I opened it in the proper way, I guess, is the best way to put it. But here
Century,
we go.
our planet spins slows by a fraction of a second, thanks to the moon's pull. Billions of years ago, the length of a day was hours shorter than it is now. A study published in 2021 linked this increase in Earth's daylight hours with a rise in oxygen, which could explain the timing of the Great Oxidation Event. Around 2.4 billion years ago, photosynthesizing algae bloomed in numbers that flooded the air with levels of oxygen we rely on for survival. Why the algae failed to grow in such large numbers earlier in Earth's history has long been a mystery. A team of scientists led by the University of Michigan measured oxygen production in Lake Huron.
Because America. I'm just okay. I'm sorry. I'll stop right there.
Huron's algae colonies, finding it took them a few hours each morning to get to work. Longer days may have given the algae periods of uninterrupted daylight to maintain photosynthesis. Applying their findings to global models of oxygen levels, the researchers found increases in daylight hours were critical in two separate global events. Stay tuned for more discoveries right here.
When Shanny's vagina. Never mind. Okay, I'll stop right there. The grayness of Shanny. That's all I'll say. I'll stop there. Anyways, let's track on and let me.
Oxygen has decreased since Jurassic.
Since Shanny's vagina has been around. No, literally, if you look at when Shanny was born, and from then on, it's literally she has been.
She's taking up all the oxygen.
She's taking her gray vagina is taking up all.
She's slowing the fucking planet down.
That's no her. Yeah, no. Like we've already seen that things like gravitate around her because she's so fucking huge. Yeah. Anyways, okay, so we're at inflatable snake robot is at 43%. Rainbow electrical silicone.
How
is at
dare
36%.
people not vote for the inflatable snake robot? Who doesn't want one?
Strawberry. Okay. And strawberry picking robot is at 14%, and soldier meta helmet is at 7%. And I'm stopping it now.
The meta helmet was my one.
That's what she said last night. Never mind.
Been playing a lot of Ghost Recon.
Let's crack on and let's see. As soon as I see it in the my chats, then we will get on to the first.
Okay.
I believe it's probably gonna be the inflatable snake, right? It's totally the inflatable snake.
Of course. Well,
So
at least 42% here are pervs. Thank you.
Do you really want me to talk about it, or do you want to see it in action?
Inflatable snake.
Okay, it's in action. I heard. I don't know, but somebody said it. I heard it. But somebody said it. So here we go. We're just gonna watch the our inflatable snake.
That was probably in your brain.
It was in my mind. It was totally in my mind.
Uh-huh.
So here we go. There's the inflatable snake.
Lucky baby.
Yeah. Yeah, look at that.
No, but like if you want to see what's wrong in like sewage and shit like that, or like what they're doing now on I can
know
see
what's wrong with sewage. It's fucking sewage.
I mean, if you want to explode somebody's fucking anal cavity, this is fucking what you would use.
You're more than
anyways, okay.
Never mind.
Just look at that. Bam, chicka, bam, wow. Yeah. I'm down for
Yeah,
all.
bitch.
Anyways, what? I don't even care what she's saying. Just show me more of that. Just show me more of that. And look, it just yeah.
That timing was perfect.
Look, and you can have a bed of nails. You can have a bed of nails, and this motherfucker will just like run to this bullshit. Whew, this is the kinkiest, non-kinkiest thing we have watched in the longest time that I'm gonna say for sure.
That snake is becoming erect.
It is, dude. It is
rising to the occasion.
Yeah, and it's spiraling out of. Anyways, we'll talk about it. And I'll stop.
Is this a hentai? Are you sure this is just a robot?
I swear to Bob, this is something that things that happen. It's literally just a tube that they're just shoving air through. Like literally, that's all that's happening. It's fucking insane. Yeah. Okay. So here's the next one. And while y'all are watching this, and I'm gonna put it to regular speed. I'm gonna grab another burr because, I need one more, and I'm just gonna put it regular speed because look at what it already looks like, and I will be right back.
This is
it should look very, very it should look very, very like you've seen
familiar
this before, familiar because of. Anyways, we'll talk about it later. Again, I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
It's muted. It's supposed to be.
Where's that fucking G spot?
I don't know. There's no sound. So anyway, there's no sound.
Well, that looks interesting.
But
that movement.
But you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna. You want to know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna slow.
You know what it's saying?
It down. Hold on.
Just watch.
Just watch. Yeah, look at that. Bow, chicka, bow, wow. All right, I'll be right back. I'll be right You motherfuckers can talk. You don't have to be quiet while it's happening.
We're speechless, you dumb cunt.
Disbelief. What the fuck is it? We still don't know what it is.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do.
How do you not know what that is, dog? Come on, dog.
I don't know what it's called, but it's the thing I'm going to be ordering later on.
Is it remote controlled?
Ooh.
Oh, it's got a pump action.
Oh!
It's a pump action dildo. What the fuck?
Man, why you always make me so fucking horny? This shit is bad. We're bad.
This is totally a robot that's supposed to. I have no idea, and other than putting in some inside of somebody. I mean, like I don't even know what else this is supposed to do. It's like Bad Dragon, pretty much, that just made this thing. I mean,
not.
Well, Bad Dragon has the silly things. They're not always like 100%.
They're not
like,
just size queen BS, really? Because I thought that's all it was. I thought that was their thing.
No, not always. No, not always. It's weird shapes. That's their main thing. Because like they're like, God, I really don't want to say this, but like they're like mule, horse, and blah 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 dildos. I mean everything. There's small versions of a lot of things, and then there's the bigger versions of it as well. So, but yeah, I mean, they're more into like the weird things, like having like the chest burster as one, and it's only like, you know, it's not huge, but you know. Like that's what this is. That's what this is right there.
It's more like an ass burster, not a chest
This
burster.
little pink thing is. That's what that little thing is. It's a chest burster, but it's just the baby version of what Bad Dragon made for that, and it's really like it's only this big as the blah 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 real version. But yeah, if you have not noticed, the chest burster is really right there under my upside down cross. But anyways, let's crack on. Wait, which one? Why did? Oh, wait. Why does that not show me? Oh, that's why. Well, I don't know. Why is it not showing me it? Jesus Christ. Screw it. We'll do it that way, I guess. Not showing. That's weird. Is there enough of us? Nope, we need to do it this way. Sure, we'll do it that way. I don't care. All right, so now that we showed that, what's the next thing on the private? It is the rainbow. So here we go.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, please cloak. Okay. This is the rainbow electrical silicone. Scientists in the U.S. have developed a groundbreaking silicone variant that can conduct electricity, overturning the long-held belief that such materials are strictly insulators. So by these people fingering the... Anyways, I'll tell you how we've come up to this. So, according to the researchers, altering the bond angles between silicon, and oxygen atoms in the silicone copolymer could enable the flow of electrical charge. Richard Lane, PhD professor of material science and engineering at the University of Michigan and corresponding author of the studies of your mom's vagina, I don't care about that crap, has found out that you can put levels of electrical conductivity, which was previously believed to be impossible, into silicone material.
Interesting.
So after they found out that they could
make dildos
turn
out
the
of it.
silicone and make it. Yeah, no, they had to just like change the light waves of it, and then they found out, like I said, in contrast, the conventional semiconductors are typically rigid, while semiconducting silicone opens up the door to flexible electronics in a range of vibrant colors, according to scientists. And the material's conductivity potentially stems from how electrons behave within the copolymers bond. And then all this other stuff that none of us need to read because there's no reason for that to happen. So the only thing I want to read really quick is the rainbow possibilities. So they found that if they could do this, they could produce a spectrum of colors because of their semiconducting properties. When electrons jump between energy states, they absorb and emit light. Was explained that the light emissions depend on the length of the copolymer chain, obviously. Well, I shouldn't say that because never mind. With
an electric rainbow would be pretty cool, I would have thought.
Yeah, that's exactly. And like if you had to have your anything hooked up to an anything, if you had these cool little like rainbow lights that were like doing things, that'd be awesome. And you could probably turn them off as well. You don't always have to see them, I don't believe, but that would be kind of fun. Is if you like saw like it would be like in a forest of like in Final Fantasy or something like that, you know. Anyways, so the longer chain emitting lower energy red light, while shorter chains emit higher energy blue light. The researchers created copolymers of varying lengths to test the innovation and place them in test tubes, you weirdos. No, I'm just kidding. They were stunned when the copolymers created a full rainbow under UV light. So maybe they would be not glowing unless you had a UV light. So then they wouldn't bug you unless you wanted them to glow, I guess. It could be. And so as each tube absorbed and emitted the light at different energies, they made a colorful array marked as a drastic formation for material class once known as transparent or milky white appearance and the inability to absorb much light. But then they turned on the UV light and then it worked. So they're really okay. There's that.
Yeah.
What's the next thing? That's what. Yeah. So now let's get into this, and let me just double check to see if I have. No, I don't. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We'll get in, but I think there is a video for this once we get into here, but then we'll get into. Oh, I have to do that this way. Okay, hold on. Give me a second.
Okay, 1 second.
Strawberry picking robot. We're already there. Strawberry picking robot could spell the end of need for foreign fruit workers. So this crazy machine here can tell when strawberries are ripe and or other things. And no, I'm not giving you money to telegraph. No, screw you. Are you ketamine me? Okay, literally, that's the end of it. Like, literally, screw you, hippie.
Send me that link. Send me that link because I can probably open it. With
honestly,
I might be able.
No, screw it. That's all that it is. Literally, that's all that it is. There's a strawberry picking machine that's AI in it and picks the strawberries when they're ripe. That's it. Okay, let's get into the next thing. Let's get into the meta helmet because this is way more interesting.
It's the one I wanted.
So, where's the close? Okay, there we go. So, this is the meta helmet that U.S. soldiers may be using. And here we blow, and here's the info. I don't know if this is AI or if this is the real image of the helmet, but here we blow. In a significant move to reshape battlefield technology, defense contractor Anduril and tech giant Meta have formed a strategic partnership to develop a deploy integrated extended reality XR systems designed specifically for the U.S. military. The collaboration aims to deliver the next generation capabilities of enhancing war perception, decision making, and control of autonomous platforms using AI-enabled, augmented, and virtual reality tools. So literally, it's just going to be a bunch of meatheads just running around with these things that are telling them what to do. It's literally they're going to become like robots.
And Slim, I found a video of the of the strawberry robot.
Okay, well, go ahead and play that. Go ahead and play it.
Sometimes I'm smart. Oh, yeah.
Agriculture is in a state of radical change. Farmers are looking for new methods to make the cultivation more sustainable. Berry can be part of that solution by harvesting safely, reliable, and all day long. Plantability and labor shortage are some of the major challenges in strawberry cultivation. Growers are struggling to find the right amount of harvesting workers in the right time of the year and with the right skill set. As strawberries are a very delicate fruit, sometimes one touch can be too much and increase the risk of molding and reducing the shelf life. Berry is able to navigate through the greenhouse fully autonomously. It's driving through the rows, shifting rows if the row is empty, and pick the right fruits at the right time. With its image recognition software, it's able to determine which fruit is currently suited to fit to the grower's individual needs, depending on the season, on the time of the year, and his customers. It picks the fruit right at the stem, not touching the fruit, which limits the risk of reducing the shelf life due to damage. After founding the company 2 years ago, we are now a team consisting of 10 people working in fields like hardware development, software development, image recognition, but also fields like marketing, sales, and business development. From the beginning on, we involved growers into the development of our product and listened to their needs and requirements. By doing this, Berry can now be very easily integrated into current greenhouse situations and work with all the other harvesting workers. Berry can be your next step towards the agriculture of the future.
Yeah, it looks fucking expensive to run that fucking thing.
Yeah, but I think you'll have that cost back not too long after you've started using it, because like if you don't have to use any workers and it is more precise.
It looks fucking slow as shit.
That could be looking at something that's maybe about $200,000.
Yeah, but also you say slow, but if you have that thing picking 24/7, then it's still gonna do more work than a few workers.
As long as you're just
a much lower cost.
Sure, and like there can be more efficient.
And like as you said, like they're picking it very gently. They by the stem, so the risk of damage to the product is much lower. So I think that overall it'll be
as long as you're not pushing out the immigrant population that you have throughout your country, because a lot of countries have that, and that's one of the weird things that may be happening with some of these things. But
in this case, with AI and stuff like that, there's that's probably the first group to get replaced by robots because they're doing they're doing simpler work.
Say Roblox. Say Roblox again.
Yeah, I said robots. I know. No, but they're usually doing simpler work, you know, and like you can get robots to do that a bit easier.
Roblox.
Yes.
So yeah.
Okay. Let's get into the next thingies of the mabobbers, which is the laser. This breakthrough can read text on the page from miles away. This laser breakthrough can read text from... God damn it, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, your eyesight may be good enough to confidently read tiny text and something from meters away, but this thing can read tiny text from 1.36 kilometers away, about 0.85 miles. So pretty much a mile. It's pretty much. So this intensity inferiority takes a different approach. And I didn't say that right, did I? No, there's no way. The intensity interferometry takes a different approach. I don't know if I said that right, even again, to imaging that conventional cameras. Rather than measuring the wavelengths directly, these devices measure the way light reflects and interferes with itself. That's why it's a laser and not just taking in a light source. Then compiles an image from data. So it's the laser. That's why this works this way. It's a laser and not a light. And it's just taking this in with light reflecting off of something and then taking in the reflection. Just like the way that radar works with speed radar or whatever like that. That's pretty much all this is.
This is LiDAR.
Yeah, I guess probably is the best way to put it. It's that,
Well,
but it's
yeah,
very concentrated in a way.
It does look like it works different than LiDAR. LiDAR is basically just bouncing light off of something.
It's just a way to shoot. It's just a way to shoot a laser that's 3 millimeters to something that's way far away, and or 42 millimeters of resolution. So it's just a way to shoot a laser that is able to. There's a camera on it that watches the reflection, and when the reflection happens, then these things happen that are on the screen with the red dots and the other dots. I mean, it literally is. It's just a camera now that can take in the reflection, like they're pretty much saying. That's all that it is.
Now, what's the use of these things? Or
for spying, for spying on humans.
I think there are better methods.
I don't know. Yeah, well, I understand. I don't know, but that's a thing. But I feel like that's probably what they're gonna do is just spy on us with it. I don't know. Anyways,
there's a better device that spies on us. It's called the telephone. It's spying constantly on us.
No, everything we're doing, like everybody and their mom is just like on a thing that's just
like
giving away all of this stuff.
I had one of those moments again today. Like I was scrolling Instagram and a theme park came up, and like the colleague next to me went there last week, and I get ads for that theme park because we've talked about it. Like,
no, I know, I know. I know. I talk about things.
And then they say about they inject chips in our blood to know whether we are and to spy on us. They don't need that. We have we have telephones.
You give that data freely.
Yeah, they know where you are. Everything.
Exactly. I mean, it's redonkulous. Okay, so let's go into this super material. And this thingy-mabobber you see in front of you is
soup materials.
It's this, yeah, it's soup, totally. So this material, known as the Kramer's nodal line metal, was produced by introducing a small amount of indium into a layered compound based on tantalum and sulfur. The addition of blah 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 and this and that and this, and then what it does is it creates a material that when they put it together, it will be able to be electrically charged. And so because of this, it will just charge itself technically. Once again, this is a thing that probably won't be a thing, but it is potential. So the topical conductors, which may enhance power systems and computing technologies, will run off of this just by technically running off themselves, but of course we're going to have a little bit of a battery. But anyways, so supposedly designing a material to meet the stringent symmetry conditions necessary for the specific properties was challenging, but the outcomes have been rewarding, says that professor. And they've been able to come up with this dead lady. No, I'm just kidding. So the findings. To ensure the reliability of their findings, the combination of experimental observations with sophisticated first principle theoretical calculations, the theoretical predictions aligned with the experimental data, proving deeper insights into the material's electronic topography. Woo! So it just means that they figured out a way for this to be electrically charged. And if this happens and they can put it inside of small implements, then it can help keep charging. It's not going to be a forever thing or a non-battery thing. But if they put these things in between things, or they put these things with other components, then charge will last longer with less resistance. So it causes there to be more electricity. I think that's what we're getting at. Or maybe my dumbass doesn't understand it, and I'm just blowing smoke up your asses. No, I'm just kidding.
Likely.
No, I think that's what they're trying to get at, is that there's less resistance, causing there to be more electrical charge, and sometimes it can actually keep almost recharging itself, but not 100%. They're not saying it's a battery, but they're saying the electrical charge has less resistance so that it doesn't drain the power source. And there may be a way for it to semi-charge itself, but they're not saying that 100%. So now let's crack onto the fun things of the stuff and things. And that's what your mom said last night. Sorry, okay, I'll stop. Anyways, we went over the Guru Busters. We went over the dildo. So now let's get into the funny, silly things of the seas. That's what she said last night.
A humble
I'm sorry.
sea snail.
Oh my God! Oh, we gotta speed it up. There we go.
Crept along the ocean floor and decided they wanted to be different. They decided to strive for something new. They decided to lose their shells.
Dun dun dun! And I'm just gonna get to here.
They live everywhere, from the poles to the tropics, in both shallow and deep water. And they aren't just colorful, they are extremely weird. Their frilly appendages aren't just for decoration, they're used for breathing, for digesting, and for defense. And they can be pretty dangerous as a jellyfish sting. Not because it's similar to a jellyfish sting, but because it literally is a jellyfish sting. Some nudibranchs eat creatures like jellyfish or anemones, then harvest the stinging cells and store them in their own body.
Has anybody seen any of these in real life?
No, but nature's fun.
No, but I've heard of that before. Creatures
seed bunnies
eating their food and recycling their defense systems. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, nature's just the fucking best. It really is.
Does anybody want to say anything else before? Okay, let's crack on.
We'll see.
I have dealt with a lot of sea slugs and or other weird sea creatures working. I mean, I grew up in San Diego on the beach pretty much. So I mean, I dealt with a lot of these weird things. Well, not all, obviously not all, but I mean, I touched and was around a lot of these weird creatures.
To use as their own defense. Nudibranchs are also hermaphrodites, meaning that they all have all of the mating parts.
Happy Pride Month! Here we go. Here, sorry. Also, okay.
It's
Giving
like the
them
same
perfect
gland
symmetry in their
snails.
mating roles. Each pair is like a
Aren't most snaily things and things of that aren't they
they're
most
all,
of the time
they're
like
all hermaphrodites. They
They're
can't have
intersex.
sex, but they mainly just reproduce on their own.
They're
and
intersex.
or don't they like sometimes they lay things and then other things go over it at certain times and blah 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 and yakety schmackety and yeah, you know,
Well,
obviously.
They've got the ability to reproduce on their own, but they do have sex as well with each other.
Yeah, because
sure.
that way you ensure fresh genes. Like if you only reproduce with yourself, then there's not that big of a gene pool.
Yeah,
you turn out
like inbred
That-
slugs, tails
Hey.
fucking flying about the place.
That would be worse than being from Alabama.
You turn
Hey,
you
at least
turn
your
out
cousin has some different genes.
hold on. You turn out like Hick McDickerson. Anyways, yes. Hello, Sam.
Fucking MAGA snails.
How are we douching? We're douching with snails.
Oh, hey, Gio.
We're douching with snails, obviously.
yin and a yang, or a 6 and an upside down 6. These are some of the anatomy concepts that drove me to make this video. But the real reason is because I look at photo after photo of these creatures and almost can't believe that they are real. In the massive expanse of the universe,
I know,
and
look
the
how
endless
crazy
miles of
they
the dark
are.
ocean, these otherworldly slugs slime around, looking amazing without even knowing it. So how exactly
Yeah,
do
that's
dishing their
a steep
shells
one.
lead to all of this variety? How do they co-opt the defense?
Look at how cute they all are. Oh my god, they're so cute. I don't want to squeeze them and hug them, but I know they're poisonous. But I still want to.
There's a variation called the seed bunny. And they look like bunnies.
Oh yeah, the sea bunny is cute.
I mean, just look at all of
Or
these.
Nymbratha kubariana, also known as the variable neon slug. Or there's Philodesmium longicerum, which resembles soft coral. Or there's this one, Flabellina iodinea, nicknamed the Spanish shawl, that looks like a vibrant flame. And this one particularly looks fake, Glaucus atlanticus, commonly known as the blue dragon, which floats on the ocean's surface. It's hard to even believe that creatures this beautiful just exist. There are actually a lot of different types of sea slugs and snails, many of which are absolutely
protection and the early ancestors of nudibranch.
Let's just get into some of the cute little.
They had.
No, let's get into this.
species
Here we
aren't
go.
thieves at all. The lion's mane nudibranch, a type of hooded nudibranch, can synthesize its own defensive compounds, like unpalatable terpenoids. Others, like the yellow-edged cadlina, make a particularly potent terpenoid called luteolin. All of these chemical defenses are incredible by themselves, but luckily for us, it led to something else. An absolute explosion of vibrant colors.
Oh, that's so cute. Okay, all right, folks. I think that's where we're gonna
pretty cool.
end it.
Yeah.
It's we went through I think everything and bro all that stuff and things and stuff. Thank you all very much for being here for the Dunk News Report. Tomorrow I think we're going tomorrow. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Tomorrow I think we're gonna be going over Sasquatch, right? Bigfoot, is that what we're going over tomorrow?
Yeah, big feet.
Tomorrow
that's what I
may
thought.
be from
Big feet evidence or proof.
Yeah. So we're gonna get hopefully our Dave in here, and all hail Bigfoot, and we'll go over all that proofs that I have for that.
All hill feet. What? Oh, all hill Bigfoot.
Oh, I didn't know that about you.
No,
Yeah.
I don't mind feet, but no.
But he does have big feet. Not that like
Like
we
a
need
hobbit?
to pay attention to them.
I do have big feet.
No, he's hooch. No, he's like he's 7
I'm
foot tall.
6'5".
Pretty much.
I'm
He's
6'5".
7 foot tall. He's 7 foot tall. Don't let him trick you. He's 7 foot tall.
Big
Anyways,
big sock.
Yeah. Anyways, thank y'all very much for being here. We'll see you all tomorrow for the same freak time, same freak channel. Thank you very much for being here. And if you make sure you're subscribed to the channel, because supposedly they kick that out and blah blah blah. Geo Sam says that you're 9 foot tall and 7 inches.
No, 9 foot 17.
17 inches. Yeah, sorry, and 17 inches. Yeah,
I know, right?
Yes, right.
Improbable.
Yeah.
No.
The tower's over me.
And yes, so we'll see you all tomorrow for that. Thank you very much. Please check that you're double check you're subscribed. Hit the bell notifications for all, so that you can find out whenever we're doing our things and stuff. And folks, remember, it's only $2 a month to become a sub, and you get all kinds of fun stuff being a sub of Slim. So if anybody in the side chat has the sub stuff, do all of the things to show everybody all of the cool emojis that you get to do being a Slim sub. All right, folks, we'll see you all tomorrow. For
good night.
Is Bigfoot real? I don't know. We'll see. I mean, we could finally find the evidence. All right, folks. Later. We'll see you all. Everybody, we're gonna get the fuck out of here and say bye.
Good night, Drusilla.